Welcome to another episode of the Triple Threat Sports Podcast. Today we will be talking about the NFL and the MVP race, and we will also be talking about Illinois winning the Music Bowl in Tennessee, Nashville.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Jack was actually at that game.
Crowd was electric.
Yeah. Now, were there more Tennessee fans or more Illinois fans?
Illinois, ILL. Well, at least I'm not really sure because I couldn't really see like the upper decks because I was sitting lower level and I couldn't see the upper deck. But from my point of view, and the crowd especially sounded a lot louder for Illinois. So.
Now, I would have thought that Tennessee would have had the home field advantage in Tennessee at the Titan Stadium, right? It was at the Titan Stadium?
Yeah, it was at the Titan Stadium, but Knoxville's still a good hour and a half away. So
yeah.
It's still a long trek for them, not even close to the 7-hour drive I had to do. Jeez Louise, it was terrible. But yeah, I don't know. Tennessee, I think Illinois is just excited. The Illinois fans are excited that 9-win season, that's pretty good for Illinois football. Tennessee going 8-5. Kind of not so great for them.
Yeah, usually Tennessee a top 25 team, usually in a battle for a top 12 seed in the playoffs. But this year was different. I mean, they didn't really show what full potential this Tennessee team had.
Yeah. And Tennessee was in the college football playoff last year as a 9 seed. And this year they've just been kind of stinky.
Not doing very well.
No sir.
Yeah. But they're in the SEC and played some tough teams. That's for sure.
4-4 in conference. And then, see, they lost. Well, they got killed by Vandy. Out the year.
They
lost to Oklahoma. They lost to Bama. And then they barely beat Mississippi State, barely beat Arkansas. And then they lost to Georgia. That Georgia game was probably their closest, probably best game of the season. But if you're a Tennessee fan, you're pretty mad that you weren't able to win that game.
Yeah. Barely beating Arkansas. I think Tennessee should have killed them and at least put up a pretty decent fight against Alabama and Vandy.
That game wasn't even close. What was that, 37-20? And then Vandy was
45-24, yeah. But Illinois came electric out of the game. I mean, they were a little slow to start, but Luke Offmeyer going 20 for 33 with 193 and a touchdown pass. I mean, that's not bad for an Illinois quarterback.
Right, and I have a couple words that I need to say. First of all, Illinois jumped off sides probably 5 times in the first quarter and a half. And then they kind of slowed down. They kind of didn't stop jumping off sides. And then Tennessee, with all those unnecessary roughness calls, they were helping us a lot. And, penalties are just such a huge part of that game. I'm pretty sure there was a false start on multiple times on first down. Illinois jumped or false started, and that moved them back 5 yards. 5 yards makes a difference. The first down of the game, it was 4th and 7. Instead of it could have been 4th and 2, or heck, didn't even need to get to 4th and 2. They could have already gotten a first down.
Yeah. What about that? When the quarterback fumbled and he got sacked and he fumbled and then they returned it for a touchdown. I mean, that guy who recovered it, he fell straight on the ball and he got the wind knocked out of him and had to have all the trainers come over. And then he walks off the field laughing.
Yeah, I saw that, and it was awesome because I came out of the half, or that was to start the second half, basically. It was 10-7 Illinois at half, And then they got the ball. Tennessee got the ball to start the half. And I was just thinking to myself, oh, man, we are sacking Tennessee a lot before that without Gabe Akis, who's like our best defender by far. And we got to the quarterback so many times. That was just such a crucial play. The momentum was already shifting to Illinois, and that really, 7-0 Tennessee to start the game. We drove downfield, got stopped. They drove downfield and just killed us. We could not stop the run at all. And on 3rd down and long, they were killing Illinois. But that play was crucial to Illinois' victory.
Yeah, I agree. But, yeah, after that, they just, slowed down. They went back out on defense, and they were just, letting them get 10 yards every play on the run game. They were, backed up.
Yeah, I remember a play. It was 3rd and 15.
Yeah.
And Illinois let them get the first down. They ended up scoring. So just crucial plays like that is the reason why Illinois was in such a tight game. And they weren't able to finish drives. They had 3 field goals to end out the game or something. Or no, 2 field goals. It was 24-21. You get a touchdown there, you're up 10 points. The game's basically over. And then they couldn't get a touchdown. Then on the kickoff return for Tennessee, where they fumbled it and hit the ground, he got to the outside and scored a touchdown. I was just like, how does that happen?
Yeah, I know. I was at the Whistle, and I was watching it with my family, and I was like, oh yes, he fumbled. Maybe that will push him back 5 yards from the 25. Yeah. And then I just see him break outside, and I see 4 Illini defenders just fall on their face, and I'm like, well, now it's up to the kicker, and he gets he's running his fastest. I
thought he got held. I still think he got held on that play.
Yeah.
But, you're not gonna call holding on the kicker, so.
Yeah. It's the kicker. They're not gonna call holding on that. I mean,
still won the game. Illinois still won the game.
Yeah.
I was not as an Illinois fan, I wasn't even expecting them to win that game. I thought big old Tennessee with their Rocky Top, they're gonna just blow our brakes off, and no, we were able to win.
Yeah. There's some bowl games. Go ahead.
Let's talk about the Miami-Ohio State game.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Miami beat them.
Right, I like Miami and all, but I had no faith in them that they had a chance to win that game. I didn't think they were gonna get close to winning that game, and then all of a sudden, it's 14-0 at halftime.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you can't let a team score 14, shut you out at halftime. You guys are the Ohio State offense. Come on.
You got Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, Julius Sayin, Bo Jackson,
yeah.
That offense is stacked.
Yeah.
You just 14 points the whole game is not gonna win you games.
I mean, they were cutting it close in the 4th quarter, 17-14, and then they just gave up.
And Miami's run game is really what has allowed them to push so far into the playoff.
I agree.
Actually, even get to the playoffs because what's his name?
It's Mark Fletcher Jr. or something.
Yeah, Mark Fletcher Jr. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that and see.
Yeah.
Playoff bracket.
He rushed for 90 yards yesterday. Yeah. 90 yards. Carson Beck only threw for 138. How do you have a quarterback? Yeah.
Lamar Brown, 26. Carson Beck, 23, 12. That's 153 yards on the ground. They had more rushing yards than passing yards. The run game was the sole reason that they were able to beat Texas A&M. So.
Yeah.
Malachi Tony had 9 yards, but he had a touchdown, I'm pretty sure. Count as a receiving touchdown. Mark Fletcher, 17 carries, 172 yards against Texas A&M. That's incredible.
Wow. how do you have a quarterback that throws for almost 300 yards and you guys still end up losing the game? Like, that's not good. Like, Ohio State needed to get their running game going. Like,
Julian Sayin had 2 crucial interceptions, the pick 6, and then the interception. When you need your quarterback to lead a drive downfield to give your defense or give yourself a shot to win, and then he throws an interception basically to start the drive, that's just not what you want to happen.
Yeah, it's not what you want to happen. And I'm pretty sure he was sacked, like for 42 yards. I'm looking at the stats, and he says 5 carries, negative 42 yards. I'm guessing that's a sack. But if that is a sack, how do you Ohio State has got to get their offensive line in order to stop Miami's good defense from getting to the quarterback.
Let me just double check that. What? What
in
the heck?
I see 5 carries for negative 42 yards.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. I don't know if that's like a sack or something.
Sack. Julius saying loss of 10. Okay, so that's one of their sacks. Then, nope, no sack there. Interception, 59-yard pass. Sack, another sack, that's 6 yards. Then they had another sack for 13 yards. So, no, I don't think it was like a 42-yard sack. I think it was just like he was getting sacked so much.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, what's this?
But, I didn't have much hope in Miami in the start of the season. I'm like, Carson Beck, what is it, his 5th year now?
Yeah.
Right? He's going to the NFL draft, I assume, this year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just going to say this. I'm not that surprised about the game yesterday. I'm really not. I feel like I get it. Like, Ohio State, big Ohio State, they beat Illinois 34-16. They've been killing everyone except for Indiana, who they only gave 13 points up to.
Yeah.
Indiana's been incredible this year, but they just couldn't get it done when it mattered.
Uh-huh. I wasn't expecting it. I was thinking this game is going to be a blowout because the Ohio State offense is going to run over. I thought that they were going to use their running game and with their passing game. They used their passing game, but it just wasn't showing. I mean, he threw 2 interceptions and one of them for a pick 6. Take away that pick 6, it's 17-14. Now you guys have a chance to win.
Yeah. And then obviously that other pick 6 ended the game essentially. You got to be more careful with the ball if you're Julius Sayin, who got some Heisman votes. I'm pretty sure. Did he?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
He may have been 4th, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think it was Fernando Mendoza, then someone else, then Diego Pavia, then probably him.
Oregon versus Texas Tech is happening right now. Oregon, for an update, Oregon's winning 3-0 with the ball on, it's 3rd and 14 with the ball on Oregon's 32. So that game is still close. It's the second quarter with 9:36 left. So,
yeah,
I was expecting Texas Tech to win it all. Yep. I won my family league. Yeah. For my fantasy league, I came in 6th, I think. I was on a roll in the playoffs, being the second to last team, because everyone makes the playoffs for us, which I think is really cool, because I wouldn't have gotten in. but I made a run, and I made it to the quarterfinals. Yeah, and then I lost by like 4 points. I lost by three times by 1 point, or was it 2 times? I can't remember, but I lost by either 2 or 3 times by just 1 point. And I was like, I'm cursed. I took Joe Burrow in the second round because I really wanted him, but yeah. When he's on the field. Yeah. When he's on the field. Okay. My playoff bracket. Now, I think I'm going to start in the NFC. I'm going to say that the Niners upset the Seattle Seahawks and take the 1 seed. So I'm going to go Niners at the 1 seed. I think the Bears beat the Lions, so then the Bears would have the yeah. Um but so I think the Bears are going to win over the Lions, and they're going to have the tiebreaker over Philly, even if Philly does win. So I'm going to go Bears at 2 seed, Philly at 3 seed. I think that Carolina gets in over the Bucks. Yeah. So I'm going to go Carolina at 4 seed, then Seattle at 5, the Rams at 6, and then the Packers at 7. Bears-Packers at Soldier Field, first game. Yeah. Rivalry game. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me just get a piece of paper for this so I can write down the bracket and see who kind of gets the closest. If our brackets are correct. So I'm gonna write down my bracket and then your bracket. Hold on. I'm not really sure what the playoff bracket kind of looks like. Okay. So, Niners. Bye. So I'm gonna go. This is your bracket. So, Hawks. All right. You had Seahawks at 1, right? Bears 2 seed. Bears versus Packers 7 seed. No, I gotta go 4-5 there. Who was your 4 seed? Panthers, right? And Panthers for you had the Niners at the 5 seed, right? Niners 4, 5. Okay. Then Eagles versus Rams. 3 seed versus 6. 3, 6. Doesn't the lowest seed play the 1 seed, right? So, like, say yeah, that's what I thought happens. Then, okay, Eagles, Rams, then Bears, Packers. All right, and then we got it to the AFC for you. Here, how about you just go ahead and predict the AFC right now. Okay. ESPN. Yahoo. Alright, I'm just gonna finish writing mine down. Wait. Wait, run me through that again. Alright. 3 seed Jacksonville. You had the Patriots at the 2 seed. Who's 7? Jacksonville versus Chargers. All right. Yep. All right. Now I'm going to do mine. I'm going to go Denver 1. Does New England play Jacksonville this week? Ooh. Then I gotta go Pats at 2. Then I'll go Jacksonville at 3. 4, I'll go Ravens too. Yeah. Yeah. Ravens. 5 seed? 5 seed's got to be Houston. Six seed, I'll go Chargers. Chargers at 6 seed. And then I'll go Buffalo at 7 seed. All right, wait. Hold on. Let me just get it. Man. Two. All right. All right, so you're going to predict your bracket first. All right, your first game, Panthers versus Niners. Who do you have winning? Ooh. Okay. No. 27-10. All right. I didn't predict score, but yeah. All right. Now let's go on to AFC. Pats versus Buffalo. Wait. Hold on. You had the Pats at the 3 seed, right? And you had Buffalo at 6, right? Yeah. Ooh, you have Buffalo winning that game? All right, Ravens, Texans. Okay. Jacksonville versus the Chargers. Wow. All right, back to NFC. Seahawks versus Panthers. Oh, yeah. Because the Rams would be the 6. Yeah. Wait, what was your score? Rams? All right. What about Panthers, Bears? Bears, Panthers. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Denver versus Buffalo. All right. Ravens versus Chargers. That's interesting. Ravens, Chargers. Ravens versus Chargers. No, you. Right? Because you said that the Ravens beat the Texans and the Chargers beat Jacksonville. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I messed that up. You still thinking about Rams versus Bears? Or are you good? All right. All right, let's do the AFC Championship. Denver, Buffalo. So, Buffalo in the Super Bowl. Okay. First game for me, Panthers versus Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks. Yep. Eagles versus Rams. Give me the Rams. Yeah. Bears, Packers. Bears, I think this is a good game, though. I think, score, 38 to 35. Oh, yeah. All right. Ravens versus Houston. Give me Houston. Give me Houston. All right. All right. Jacksonville versus the Chargers. Give me Jacksonville. And then Pats versus Buffalo. This is interesting. I think that Drake May shows that he is going to win the MVP, and the Patriots end up winning this one. Yep. Drake May is going to pop off that game. All right. 49ers versus Rams. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams. Yeah. All right. Hawks, Bears. If you were predicting this one, who would you go? I don't know. I'll come back to that one. All right, Denver, Houston. Give me Houston. Yep. Houston over Denver. Yep. All right. Pats versus Jacksonville. Give me the Pats. And then Houston, I'm still thinking about Bears versus Hawks. Houston versus Pats. I want to say Houston, but I don't know. Yeah. I gotta go Pats. The Pats are just the better team. Bears versus Seahawks. Give me the Bears. Bear down. I think they would. Rams versus Bears. Oh. Rams versus Bears for me in the NFC Championship. This game's going to go into overtime. I think that. And the Chicago Bears are going to win. Yep, so I have Bears versus Patriots in the Super Bowl, and then you have Rams versus Buffalo. What's your answer? Rams are your Super Bowl champion. All right. All right. I have Bears versus Pats. What do you think I'm going to say? You're wrong. Give me the Pats. Yep. I think you have the Pats getting first rounded. Yeah, by Buffalo. Want to talk about the MVP race? Or? All right. Yep. Wait, you say your pick first. Yep. That loss to the Falcons really did not help Matthew Stafford. Really did not help him. But Drake May, if he plays decently good, I think he's got it locked up. Yep. You know, the Pats starting their dynasty all over again. You know, Drake May, the next Tom Brady. Yeah. Yep. What team has surprised you the most this year? Yeah, I also gotta say, or Jacksonville. Jacksonville or the Pats. I didn't think Jacksonville was gonna be good. Oh yeah, in your bracket, not in my bracket. Ooh, you know we should play Fraud or Laud. That's a fun game. All right. Let's see. The Baltimore Ravens have a real shot at making the Super Bowl. All right, Jack says frauds. I think that the Ravens are getting first rounded, so I gotta say fraud. All right, I'm gonna throw in a little bit of college football, baseball. All right. Let's go to college football. The Hurricanes win it all. All right. Illinois has a real shot at making the college football playoffs next week. Or next year, yeah. Fraud? Yeah. Yep. All right. Now let's just say the Bears do not make it to the Super Bowl this year. Next year they have you are predicting that the Bears win the Super Bowl next year if they don't make it this year. All right. The Seahawks only get one good year out of Sam Darnold. All right. Give me some questions from me. I'm a big ND fan, but I gotta go fraud. They're losing their two best running backs. You know, CJ Carr hasn't really showed much. You know, they're losing some great defensive players. You know, I think that they're going to be like a top 25 team, but not good enough to make it into the college football playoffs next year. Because they're losing Jeremiah Price and Jeremiah Love. So, yeah, top two running backs in the draft. Laud. Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's not much to say about it. Yeah, but even if he wasn't a senior, I think he's still going to the draft. No, Julian Sanders is not going to the draft, right? Yeah, alright. Oregon up 6-0, about to be halftime. So, alright. Yeah, I gotta go Laud there. I think they're going to be one of the first 5 teams out. I think the year after, they have the first overall pick, and I think that they're going to have a decent year next year, but the year after, I think that they're going to make the playoffs. People are saying that this draft prospect that they can take. Yeah, they're saying that he is one of the best prospects that's ever entered the draft in 20 years. So, yeah, and they just signed that Japanese guy that is good. He's gonna hit tanks. He's gonna hit tanks. So I think 2 years they make the playoffs, but next year they're gonna be a top 5 team out. They're gonna be in the playoff picture, wild card race, but they're just gonna miss it. There's gonna be a couple teams that beat them out. Yeah, I agree. All right. There's no way. It's got to be a fraud. Like, I just don't think that the Dodgers are gonna three-peat. Yeah, I mean, if anything, like, I think that the Blue Jays are gonna win it next year. You know, yeah, they they signed some relief pitchers, fixed that problem with their pitching, and I just think that they're gonna be good next year. Came up short this year, had it really close against the Dodgers, and just couldn't finish. I, I, I'll be right back. You can talk. All right, I'm back. Let me think of another fraud or laud. All right. Ooh. I gotta go fraud. I think they make it to the Sweet 16, but then I think that they get eliminated. Haven't really shown much this year. Meh, yeah. Yeah. Meh. All right. The Eagles are not a playoff team next year. Who do you think's gonna win the division? Wow. Wow. I gotta go. Lord, I think they sneak in at the 7th seed. Alright, I have one for you. Yeah. Let me just get one more for you. Alright. The Chiefs are gonna go 4 games below 500 next year. Wait, like have like a under 5 wins. The Chiefs have under 5 wins. All right. Yeah. I think that I'm going to go Laud. I think that they go under 5 wins because they're going to lose Mahomes for like the first 4 games of the season. 0-4. All right, now you don't. Yeah, something like that. 5 and whatever. Yeah, because they're going to lose him because it's an ACL tear. It's not like, oh, I tore my ACL. I'm going to be better after 2 months. Like, no. You're out for like almost a whole year. Yeah, late in the season. Yeah, and they're going to lose Kelsey. They're going to lose Kelsey. I think that the Chiefs have like 4 or 5 wins, maybe even 3. Yep. All right. I think that will wrap it up. I'm Jake. And that's another episode of the Triple Threat Sports Podcast.